So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, it's Allen. Flush to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the run. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones.
And Cook will get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, this is Turpin. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
That's Matt Milano firing in from his linebacker position. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
It's a gain of 6.
Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And he's got it. Touchdown. James Cook from 10 yards out. And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return, this is Turpin. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Prescott.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
First down, Dallas.
Prescott now from the 50. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
I think we could easily read his mind there. There was just no place to go. Tried to bounce it and get outside on the draw.
Yeah, but the defense wasn't thinking pass. They knew that they were running it.
And I love the way that they covered all the gaps. You know, we can do all the lettering and the numbering and all those things, but those run fits that we talk about all the time, each person fitting in the proper spot on defense, you see the end result when they do that.
Here's Stephon Diggs as he and the rest of the offense get ready to go again. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game.
There he goes, right side. He's on his way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now here come the Cowboys. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Prescott now. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Now back to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyler Matakevich drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up fourth down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. A chance here on this drive to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark for him.
Throw him the ball. Throw him the ball. Forget analysis, all right? Let's just root a little bit here. Get him the football and get past that 200-yard mark.
Boy, you want that. You seem excited.
I know, and it's really weird because normally I want guys to intercept the ball.
Right.
All right? I want them to knock it down. In this case, he's been fun to watch.
The former DB rooting for the wide receivers. The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen flushed out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here's Allen to throw it. They'll roll him out right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in the dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Bass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. So after the INT, it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry in. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll try to save the timeouts to use on defense if need be as he runs up and spikes it. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. From the gun, it's Allen. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Extra point had nothing behind it, but it does get through off the crossbar. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, it's Prescott. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, second down. And they get up on it quickly and spike it with just a little over 50 seconds to go. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll try the middle with Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
We see this a lot on third and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This one winding toward a conclusion, and how would you assess how the secondary has played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was that they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your